Hello again. Here we are looking at the other side of this Harley-Davidson relic. Yes, it is a 45 cubic inch Harley-Davidson Servi-Car. It's called a flathead because the head is, although, well, it has fins and things to dissipate heat. There is no valve mechanism or anything up in the top of the engine. It is all down below. It is also called a side valve. So the top, actually, if you feel like it, I'm not doing it right now, but if you do feel like it, you can undo the bolts and take the heads off and sort of clean up all the carbon and clean up all the stuff and put it back together and make sure everything gets torqued down. Make sure, of course, the what else? The gaskets are okay. But besides that, I mean, to do the top end of the engine, there are no valves, of course. It just means basically taking a drill and a wire brush and cleaning things up. So, as I said, this was a Toronto police bike. I got it not long after I got out of high school, which was quite a long time ago. I haven't enjoyed it thoroughly, although there have been times when it was under the weather. Also times when I was out of the country, also times when I just didn't have time to get up and go and make it out as much as I would like. Anyway, so as I said in my other video, I've been having a little trouble with the turn signals. I'm not sure, it's very strange. It takes a regular sort of car flasher, and you know, I get it going there and everything seems fine, and then I'm riding along and then they flash 2 or 3 times and then they stop. So I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if the I'm going to check the voltage to see if the voltage coming out of the alternator is too high. I guess I'll, once again, because I've done it before, put in a different flasher and see what that does. And I've got, there's a wire that goes to the headlights that I really need to do a new connector on or do some soldering. Anyway, this bike is always an adventure. As they say with any old Harley, if there's no oil under it, it means there's no oil in it. So unlike the Harleys of today that are, I guess, well, I was going to say bulletproof. I don't know if they're bulletproof, but they're certainly oil tight, and I have not heard of the new ones leaking. I think they would be stunned if there was oil underneath, but with this beast, if there isn't oil underneath, there is trouble. So, stay tuned over the next while. I will do some tinkering and some puttering, and maybe we can all learn a little something. So, thank you for coming. If you have a machine such as this, you are lucky. They are certainly, well, like any Harley, if you had to explain it, you wouldn't understand. Anyway, and, this of course does have the hand shift rather than the foot shift, which is a whole other, or I guess they call it the suicide shift. But when you're on a trike, it really doesn't make any difference, and I think it's pretty cool. So, I do believe I hear my neighbor and his lawnmower coming this way, so I am going to carry on, and perhaps I will record some more later. Maybe I will take the headlight apart and see what because that's where all the wiring and bits and pieces to do with the headlight as well as the turn signals is. Or perhaps that will be another day. Anyway, thank you again for tuning in. We will meet again.